Well, of course, good communication is at the heart of every successful hotel. And as an example of that, of course, the hospitality industry is a 24/7 business. And at night, hotels can be quite lightly resourced. And therefore, the staff that are on duty tend to be multitasking, so a degree of mobile working is very useful under those circumstances, as is a degree of automation in terms of making sure that calls are answered, and also that exceptional circumstances like fire alarms can be managed. Staff turnover is a huge issue in parts of the hospitality industry, as high as 25%. So having simple, intuitive systems that are easy to learn are very important, particularly for new employees who need to be up to speed and delivering service very quickly. Service consistency is very important, particularly against the background of feedback forums and social networking online these days. And also, a lot of smaller hotels face challenges around the availability of IT resources on site, and so simple, intuitive, reliable systems are really important for hotels. So first of all, we provide a very simple, reliable, secure and flexible communications platform with web-based administration, which means that administration can be done from just about anywhere. Hospitality features are built into the very heart of Mitel Communications Director, which means that those hospitality features are presented as an integrated part of the console interface and administration telephone interfaces, makes them much easier to use. We also pack the system with other features. I'm thinking there of things like embedded voicemail for staff and guests, recorded announcements, multi-level auto attendant, music on hold, automatic call distribution, to give hotels maximum flexibility when it comes to configuring a system and using those facilities to make a difference. So for example, wake-up calls when a guest is woken up, why not wake them up with a recorded announcement that announces perhaps the breakfast options or the weather of the day or whatever it is that's relevant to that kind of a hotel. We also see a lot of hotels using Mitel IP telephone sets behind the front desk. What we do is we provide a cordless handset, which means that the member of staff is free to walk up and down behind the desk, step into the back office, step out into the lobby, meet and greet guests, and also, whilst doing all of that, retaining the ability to take and make telephone calls. So diversity makes the hospitality industry a very exciting place. You've got everything from budget to luxury hotels, boutique hotels, long stay hotels. In some cases, the brand, if you like, leads the identity of the group. In other cases, the individual hotels carry their own identity and have their own personality. And I think it's really important that the communications solution fits those standards and values and really accentuates that character, if you like, in the hotel. So in there I'm thinking about the kinds of device that you might deploy in a room. We can deploy traditional telephones, SIP telephones, Mitel telephones. If needs be, a cordless device in the room that can be quite interesting for certain kinds of rooms and suites. For staff, we can deploy fixed telephony, cordless telephony, wireless telephony, which covers the whole hotel, either decked or Wi-Fi, or extend that outside of the hotel to mobile devices, of course. We can do some very innovative things. So, for instance, we can deliver IP telephones over traditional two-wire cabling. That can be very important in buildings with difficult topology. So I think all of those things really go to make up our hospitality offering and demonstrate how we're different to other vendors. Well, with our latest software stream, we've introduced a new architecture for hotels based around ultra-high availability for larger hotels with traditional telephony in the rooms. It's based on a Strata server, which is a very high availability server commonly seen in deployed in carriers and those kinds of things. We've introduced a number of new features. So, for example, you can now deploy VIP codes. That means you can tag a guest with a particular identity so that when they call the console or an administration phone, you can identify them perhaps as a honeymoon guest or a special package guest or a conference guest, and therefore be mindful of that when you're offering them services and advice. I think beyond that, we can now support our call control within a VMware environment. And I think there are two ways in which hotels can use that. You can either create, if you like, a hotel on a single server, so consolidate all the applications onto a single server for reasons of reducing complexity and cost and simplifying support. Or, of course, centralize the solution across a number of hotels, either owned within a private cloud data center solution or hosted by a third party. I think there's a lot more to go on mobile working. So we've got to a point now where we can integrate mobile devices into the hotel telephony system. I think the next place to look is to look at how we can use the guest's own mobile device and integrate that into the hotel telephony system and the benefits that that might bring. Freedom is all about flexibility, so the opportunity to run one software stream on any platform, across any infrastructure, and run just about any device. And of course that's really important in the guest room, where aesthetics are very important and contribute to the personality of the hotel.